With the president speaking tonight about his plans to deal with the threat of ISIS, we went to a local terrorism expert to get his perspective on the ongoing issues with the terror group. I asked Jonathan White, director of the Homeland Defense Initiative, what we have to fear about ISIS.
I think we have to fear overreaction. We're talking about 7,000 to 10,000 people who are extremely fierce, who are localized, but they're also very divided. This isn't some big monolithic bloc motivated by religious radicalism. There are some religious radicals in there. There are some disaffected sheiks who are protesting the Shiite death squads. There are a whole lot of former army officers that make them very effective leading this, which is why they've won some battles. But it's all the weakness around them that has made them appear strong.
Do we have anything to fear from ISIS concerning tomorrow's anniversary of 9/11?
I think that, I know we're being prudent. Our Joint Terrorism Task Forces, our Counterterrorism Center, our FIG, the Field Intelligence Groups, as well as all the folks at DHS, Department of Homeland Security. I know they're working on it, and they're working at fusion centers with their state and local partners. Terrorists only have to get lucky once, but the terror threat is all around, not just ISIS. And at this point, I'd be extremely surprised if they could strike in the United States. I could be wrong, but I'd be surprised.
The president plans on laying out his strategy to combat ISIS tonight. What do you hope to hear from him?
I hope to hear that we're going to build a coalition. We'll keep this in perspective, and that our nation is war-weary. This isn't a war. This is a police-type action. In fact, law enforcement should always be the lead agency when countering terrorism. But sometimes, such as this, it would be absurd to rely on law enforcement. We need to rely on other nations, and I think that moderate Muslims will be taking care of this because they're ashamed of the way their religion is being trounced. We hear all the time, well, why don't they denounce it? Well, why aren't we reading the stuff where they are denouncing it? Because they're doing it all the time.
Of course, we'll have to wait and see what the president says tonight as he lays out his strategy. I know we'll have full coverage of that coming up tonight at 11.
It's very interesting, though, in talking about the fears that a lot of people have. NBC News Wall Street Journal poll showing that people reacted to those beheadings like they haven't with a story in over 5 years.
Right, right. He says the main thing here, keep perspective on this group and move forward from there, you know, in a coalition. So we'll have to wait and see what the president has to say.